Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining in on our Google Hangout. I am Sharon Dotson. I'm editor of Nuclear Power International magazine. I am also the committee chair for Nuclear Power International Conference and Expo, a committee member of the Women in Power Committee, and also the co-chair of the Projects of the Year Awards. And I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, Jen Runyon, for her introductions.
Thanks, Sharon. I'm Jen Runyon. I'm Renewable Energy World Chief Editor and Conference Chair of Renewable Energy World North America, and I'm also the Chair of the Women in Power Committee and the co-chair of the Projects of the Year Award with Sharon. So thanks so much. Sharon's going to start by telling everybody a little bit, give us a bit of an overview about our whole awards program.
That's right. As many people know, this is an annual awards that we give out every year in conjunction with Renewable Energy World, with Jen's group. And so just to give you just a few details about how to apply and what the requirements are. The eligible projects had to have gone into commercial operations between August 1st, 2013 and July 31st of 2014. Now, the awards are given in several categories, which include nuclear, coal, natural gas, and renewables. And of course, renewables covers all generation sources, solar, wind, biomass, and Jen will get a little more into that a little bit later. It's totally free to enter. There's no cost. Our nomination form is online, and the deadline for the awards this year is August 31st. So you still have a little bit of time to apply, but not a lot. The awards are evaluated through several criteria, and I'm going to have to read them off. The first criteria is if it is technologically groundbreaking or innovative, which counts for 40% of the score. The size and the industry impact of the project, which counts for 20% of the score. Another 20% goes to the community impact, which can count as financial gains, economic gains, or even just a really great volunteer project that the projects did or the companies did in the community where the project is sited. And another 20% goes towards logistics. Specifically any challenges that had to be overcome or any innovative methods that were used to get the project completed in a timely fashion. And Jen, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk a little bit more about some of our other awards.
All right, well, thanks. So first I just want to go over a little bit about the Renewable Energy Award because it's slightly different this year than it was in the past. So if you had followed our awards program last year, this may seem like a change. We're going to be giving one Renewable Energy Award, Project of the Year, but we're going to be having 5 finalists in each of the categories. So there will be a Solar Project of the Year finalist, a Wind Project of the Year finalist, a Geothermal Project of the Year finalist, a Hydropower Project of the Year finalist, and a Bioenergy Project of the Year finalist. And of those 5, we will select one Renewable Energy Project of the Year. So that's a little bit different. After we've selected all of those finalists, we group them together with our nuclear power finalists, our gas-fired project finalists, our coal-fired project finalists, and we put them all out for our readers to vote on them. And that's called the Reader's Choice Award. So if your project is selected as a finalist, even if you don't win, you could still win a Reader's Choice Award, which is also pretty exciting. Last year, I think we had like, I don't know, 50,000 voters or something. I mean, it was a lot of participation. So anyway, that's the Reader's Choice Award. And then I just wanted to go over the Woman of the Year Award. This is the second year that we're going to be naming a Power Gen Woman of the Year, and this is looking for a woman who has really advanced the power generation industry. She must be nominated by a colleague or someone who knows her or someone who's worked with her either currently or in the past, because the nomination form is detailed. We want to know, what she's done with her career, how she has been a leader and how she's had an impact on her community, and that community could be her own local where she lives, or it could be the greater power gen community. So those are the categories that we look for. Advancing the power generation industry is worth 60%, so that's a big portion of how we look for a Woman of the Year. And then those leadership and community impact, those are both worth 20% of the score. The deadline to nominate a woman, a potential Woman of the Year, is August 31st, same deadline for Project of the Year awards. So you only have a month left, so I would say do it now. If you're thinking of a woman that you would like to nominate, do it now, get it done, and then relax in August because there'll be nothing else you need to do. All right, so that's basically all I have to say about the award. So Sharon's going to start with some questions, common questions that she gets, and then we'll take some questions from all of you.
Absolutely. As I said, this is an annual awards program, and so every year we always get a lot of questions from a lot of people who are, maybe it's just their first time they've applied, maybe it's not and they think something has changed or they have a different kind of project. And so everyone's always just kind of wondering, and we noticed that we tend to get a lot of the same questions. So we decided to do this Google Hangout just so we can kind of tackle those basic questions, the same questions that come up, and hopefully, you know, help some people decide that it's really not that daunting of a task and they do want to apply. So one of the first questions that I get a lot is, does the project have to be a certain size? And the answer is no. We have had past winners that have been megawatts, thousands of megawatts. We've also had past winners that have been little kilowatts in sizes. We've had distributed generation projects that were just a few kilowatts. We've had one bioenergy project that was just it was set in a brewery, and they used the leftover waste from the brewery process and used that to power the rest of the building. That was just a few kilowatts. So we don't have a size requirement. We don't discriminate. We just love any power generation project that is out there. Another question we tend to get, does it have to be just located in North America? The answer is absolutely not. We take projects from all over the world, and winners have come from all over the world: US, Canada, India, Chile, Japan, Korea. We've been everywhere, and we love hearing about projects that are going on all over the world. There have been some really great ones. So we take any and all. Do the projects have to be new power plants? Answers, nope, not at all. While a majority do tend to be new builds, projects that were built from the ground up, a lot of them are retrofits and upgrades. And some project winners have also just been innovative products that were created to make a process simpler or to keep plants or workers safer. So, you know, there's a wide range of projects that we take in. They do not just have to be brand new power plants that were built from the ground up. Another question I get a lot is there only a certain company who can submit the nomination? The answer is no. We've had project owners who have submitted. We have project operators. We've had contractors on the project, who have sent in nominations. We've even had an individual person who just happened to own a small project on their site, and they submitted it, and they actually won. So there's definitely no discrimination in that as well. And one more question that we tend to get a lot is, can one company only submit one project? And the answer to that is no as well. We have major contractors, major companies that tend to work in several different generation sources. And so they tend to be working on multiple projects at the same time. Sometimes they submit all of those projects. And there has been at least 1 or 2 years where one company has won in multiple categories. So that's perfectly fine too. Like I said, we're just interested in very interesting power generation projects from anywhere in the world, of any size, from any company. We take them all.
That's right.
And with that, I just want to get a little bit into, or I'm sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. And if any of you can think of any other questions that you want to ask, just feel free to send them in and we can answer them right now if we haven't already covered it. And I just want to get a little bit into what happens after the nomination. Once the nomination is sent in and the deadline has passed, all of the editors of Power Engineering, Nuclear Power International, Renewable Energy World, all of our power group editors get together and we all actually go through and read every nomination. And I mean every. We read them all. So, don't think that we just skim over yours. We read it too, as long as they are. And from there, we pick 2 finalists in each category. So we have 2 nuclear finalists, 2 coal, 2 gas, and normally we have 2 renewable, but Jen explained that a little earlier. Those finalists are then notified, that they are finalists, and from there, they have to make a commitment that A, they will actually show up at the awards gala, which is December 8th, 2014 in Orlando, Florida during PowerGen International. They also have to send in, I think, 5 to 7 high-res photos. They have to be able to send in any extra information, additional information that we may need on their project, and also any B-roll video if that's available. We do this because we write a big article on it, but we also have a really nice presentation during the gala event that honors the winners of the awards. And so that's why we have these really nice projects and things up so people can see the pictures of the projects themselves. After they are notified, we put all those together. We order really nice shiny trophies for everyone. We have certificates for the contractors on the project, and then it's off to Orlando. And that's where everyone finally learns if they are a winner or if they are a runner-up for the project. So, we like to keep the suspense going a little bit. We don't just let you know right off the bat if you won or not. We like to keep you waiting. It's fun for us. So after you get to Orlando, you find out you're a winner. You get your trophy, and you get bragging rights for an entire year. And we allow you to send out press releases announcing your win. You can order extra trophies, order extra certificates. We don't care. We're just as excited as you are. So however you want to celebrate, we're there to celebrate with you. Now,
sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but the renewable projects of the year will also be highlighted in the digital issue of Renewable Energy World in the January-February 2015, so you get lots of good press as well.
Yes, and same with Power Engineering and Nuclear Power International magazine. We highlight all the winners and the runner-ups. So you still get press. And actually, speaking of press, thank you for that segue, Jen. Just sending in a nomination, as I mentioned before, all of the editors look it over, all of the editors who are involved closely in your generation source. And those editors can actually look, and they may determine that your project, even if it's not picked as a finalist, it may actually pique their interest and they want to do a follow-up interview or a follow-up article. And so that is how we say that it can actually benefit you even if you're not picked as a finalist. It's still good press for your project. Now, not everything is picked, but sometimes there is a good project that is that's nominated, and we tend to want to get a little more details on it and do a fuller article on it. I think that's really about it. Actually, Jen, is there anything else that you can think of?
I had one more question that came in to me actually just today, and the person was wondering, and they said, their product started years ago, but it only just came online recently. Does that still qualify? And yes, it does qualify. I mean, we're looking for projects that have begun operation in the last 12 months, but we understand projects take years and years, and certainly if you started a long time ago, that's still okay.
And don't forget, even if it doesn't fall into the time requirements for this year, it comes back around next year. So there's always time to nominate your project. And let's see. And Jen, did you have any other questions that you had gotten in?
I hadn't had any others. I think we went over pretty much everything I can think of.
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered it all, including the questions that we get every year. So if we don't have any questions from the audience at all, then I think we will just encourage everyone to please go ahead and get those nominations in. The deadline for all of the awards, again, is August 31st. And we are looking forward to see what interesting projects your company is working on. Once again, it can be any size, anywhere in the world. Any company can nominate it under numerous renewables also, but numerous generating sources. And so with that, we want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we hope we answered your questions. If not, please feel free to find us on Facebook or on Twitter. We also have our URLs, our magazine websites, and we're also on the PowerGen International and Renewable Energy World North America websites. So there's plenty of places to find us. If you need a question answered, just feel free to find us, and we hope to see your nomination soon.
All right. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great day.